Hi everyone, Callum here from FSElite. I am joined today by Rex, so we've got here Reed and Tim from the team. So hello guys, how are you both today?
Good, thank you.
Good.
Thank you for having
Doing
me.
well, thank you.
Excellent, good. So obviously FS Expo, the first community-driven event in North America. How's it going so far for you guys here on your stand?
It's really good, actually. We came to the FS, the other expo a couple of years back, and it was a success. Last year, I wish we could have made it, but we missed it due to development issues, say. But we're glad to be back. We're happy to be back. It seems like a really successful show, and it's going good.
Yeah, it's been a great show. We had a lot of people come and talk to us and everything. Come to our first demo that we did. So it's been an exciting year to see how this has grown so big now.
Yeah, absolutely. And you say exciting year. At the beginning of the year, obviously, you released Skyforce 3D.
Yes.
So since that release, how has that gone for you guys, and kind of where are you now in terms of the development cycle for Skyforce?
Well, obviously it's been a growing experience for us. We're coming across ideas, or thoughts, and suggestions from our customers. We've implemented what we call an insider program, where a lot of our customers, we have like over 200 people that have joined it. They're giving us feedback on a regular basis. So what we do is we go through a test beta version through them, and give us a lot of feedback on how that product's going, and before we can release it to the product. So it's been great. It's been a lot of hurdles to go through, but with all the feedback that we're getting, it's really rapidly improving the product quickly. And so we've got a lot of great, exciting things that are coming up, with new updates that are coming, improved performance that we're focusing on, and things like that. So,
anything you can tell us about these improved features that are coming, or?
Sure. Yeah, definitely. Go ahead.
Well, for one, we've been talking about a program for about a little over 2.5 years, and it's called WeatherForce. And what WeatherForce basically does is, in a nutshell, before we can really release some videos and talk about it, is it's smooth weather functions built into Skyforce. We're going to be putting all that new technology we're working on for smooth weather patterns and on-the-fly changing of weather scenarios, weather environments, and we're bringing all that into Skyforce for free. We're going to drop all that technology we're building into. We were going to release it as a separate program at one point, but I think it would do the Skyforce program really well. That if we incorporate that, I think it'll really bring the entire weather system to another level. So, and what about Environment Force?
Yep, Environment Force is kind of like a weather force on steroids, and it's actually a separate product, but it's more focused on a universality, so to speak. So you can use this product with any weather engine that's out there, any texture product that's out there. And basically what it allows you to do is there's like 3 different modes to it. There's a automation mode, which basically allows not just smoothing of clouds, but growing and dissipating of clouds. So you actually see the clouds grow and dissipate. So instead of just transitioning through, things like that, smoothing in and out, you've got clouds that are actually growing and building and so forth, and smoothing and distillating with that. But what's nice about that is you can use it with Opus or FSGRW or any freeware weather engine or anything like that that's out there. So you don't have to use the Skyforce weather engine to do that, or WeatherForce. The additional thing with that is you can actually modify the whole scene by coloring the cloud textures in real time. So you actually are coloring them. So if you want the cloud bases to look more darker, you can actually change the scene lighting to make the scene look more stormy looking if you want. This is all real time in Sim. So there's none of this, having to switch this out.
Imagine PTA, but real time, basically.
Yeah.
And you're going to have full control over it, and there's no stopping the sim. It's in real time. So imagine a storm system growing. Your clouds get dark. Your scene gets dark. All of a sudden, precipitation starts to form, and the whole environment actually just basically grows.
And is this dynamic based on what's kind of going on outside sort of thing, or is this user generated?
Say again, I'm sorry.
So all of these, like the colors changing and the clouds forming, is this based on real world weather reports and stuff?
Yes,
well, there's three modes. There's the automation mode, which will be based upon what the real weather is. Try and say that. Then there's a simplified mode, which if you want to play around with it, like if you want to take a simple cloud structure and move it from fair weather to storm, you just move a slider and it'll bring in all that data. And then there's a manual mode where you can go in and tweak all you want.
The automatic mode we see people really wanting to use.
That's really where it's going to be.
You'll open the program, and everything's just done for you in real time.
Excellent. That sounds really, really exciting. And so obviously a lot of that feedback, I guess, has come from like some of the community suggestions.
Just like all of us, really. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, wow. So do you have like, any time frames on that you can discuss, or is this still kind of out in the distance?
We don't like to talk about deadline, actual release dates, because everybody gets crazy about that. These are live demos. In the past, we did videos. These are actual live demos. So these are things that are working now. It's just a matter of just finalizing them, getting into the beta's hands. So we're looking at several months still before we get them out, but way before the end of the year. So within this year, we'll definitely have this available.
Excellent, and I think it's really good that you've got so many different testers as well, contributing all that feedback as well. So I just want to move on from Skyforce just for a minute. So you've had previous products in the past, which you've been slowly transitioning to P3D V4 and 64-bit. So Worldwide Airports HD, I know a lot of our users have used that product.
Yeah.
How's that going in terms of the testing and coming into V4?
Well, okay. Well, the first thing is a lot of the algorithms with the P3D4 in terms of rendering have changed since we released the original product. And we've had to rebuild all the textures from ground up because of this. Not just textures, we have specular maps, alpha maps, so it's been a lot of work. We haven't been lazy and sitting on our butts, but I think it's been an uphill battle with it because P3D keeps updating consistently, which is great. We love it. But we're there at that level now. We're about to release it. We want to show some new stuff with Worldwide Airports today at the show. So basically, if we wanted to release this we could release it pretty quickly. But we have a couple more things we want to introduce into it, which is almost ready, and we're entering beta probably next week, wide-scale beta.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, sounds great, because I know a lot of our community have been asking us, like, when's it coming? Really want my default airports to look nice and sexy again.
To add to that, we're talking about 15 gigs of textures. So it's not like something I'm changing a few cloud textures. It's having to redo 15 gigs of textures. So that's the reason why it's not just, a lot of people don't understand how long that takes. You have to go in and test it. If it doesn't work, you got to redo it, type thing. So it does take a while.
Excellent. Good stuff. So just kind of moving a little bit more into like the generic realms and stuff. Obviously flight sim has advanced quite a lot in the last couple of years. The three major platforms, all 64-bit now.
Yep.
What for you guys has been the most exciting advancement you've seen in the past like 2 years or so?
Oh boy. Yikes.
Well, I'll say one thing. Hardware has been amazing. What's really interesting to see the more hardware that's out here and what they're doing with that. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I'm taken aback by all the stuff that's been at the show, all the hardware-based systems, and I see that as advancements. I don't software advancements. I think what we're doing right now, to be honest, what we're doing with the real-time shader-based software that we're working on right now is there's nothing being done like this right now. What we're working on with Skyforce, Weather Force, and Environment Force, there's nothing like this on the market, and we're stoked. It's been years in the making, and I'll be honest, it's been an uphill battle. We're almost there now. So.
Excellent. A couple months to go, hopefully, but we'll see. But then after that, I imagine it's still going to be, service packs as you announce your new wording.
And again, remember, we're going to be giving away this technology for free to our current user base. Yeah. So I think that'll go over pretty well.
Excellent, good. So my final question for you guys. So obviously Rex has very much been ESP based for a while now. Any chance that maybe you're going to look at other platforms to develop for, like X-Plane or anyone else?
Well, that's definitely in the plans. We've been investigating X-Plane for a while. It is a totally different platform. So taking some of this technology, you know, obviously we've been focused on this, and this is a brand new technology. I mean, excuse me. The current technology, you know, is basically built around an SDK, so we've had to go out of that. So to do that with X-Plane, it's going to take a little bit more time to get down that road. But we think we're going to get there. I don't know if it'll be this year or not. We hope so. A lot of it just depends on how our new products are received and how they go out the door and how they perform and so forth. That's our primary focus right now.
Excellent. I know a lot of our users for X-Plane will be very excited to hear that sort of stuff.
It's important to us.
Feasibility is there for what we're doing. So that's step one. It's passed. We're ready to rock.
Excellent, good. So that's it from me. Thank you both so much for your time. Definitely we'll be in touch and continuing to cover your stuff in the future.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Cool. That's it from us. Thanks guys, and we'll see you on the next video.